Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Hope you guys are doing well. So today we are going to talk about port security. So in today's lecture, we will first of all we will try to understand what is port security and how port security is important, and where you will use port security, and then we will try to configure port security. Okay. So in our today labs, we will, as an example, we will take one switch in the packet tracer, and we will try to configure port security on the use ports. Okay. Dear students, you should understand the concepts, and then you can apply these on any switch. Okay, that switch can be your access layer or distribution layer, but mostly you will target those switches which are most exposed to the users. Okay, where an unauthorized person can connect their computer. So then it's highly important and recommended to configure port security on those switches. And you know that switch can be your branch office switches. That switch can be your head office switch. Okay. Very good. Dear students, port security is the process of enabling specific commands. So it means it's a process. In this process, we will run some specific commands against a particular port for the purpose to protect the port against unauthorized wired devices. Okay, so what does it mean? It means, let's assume that it's a switch. The switches consist of different ports. For example, these are the ports of the switch. Let me draw a few of the ports. For example, this switches consist of 6 ports, okay? You know, by default, whenever any person will connect their computer, so the switch will let them to connect, okay? The switch will not prevent them. For example, these 3 people will connect their computer to port number 1, port number 2, 3, and port number 4, okay? So without any problem, they can connect their computers. But let's assume that there's another person, he's an unauthorized person and harmful person, this red computer, okay? And the person is a harmful person. So if this person accesses the switch, so definitely they will do some harmful, okay? So how to protect our network from this bad guy? So by default, when this person will connect their computer with the port switch, so the switch will let them to connect, no problem. Okay, but this is not good. Why this is not good? You know, it's our network. It's our network, okay? If this person connect our network, so they can spread any type of malicious code, okay? Or they can do anything harmful to our network. So we must protect our network from this person. So how to protect this, dear students? Very much easy. We have to run port security commands on all these ports. So we should do what? We should run port security commands. For which purpose? To enable port security, okay? So to enable port security. So we have to enable port security. And after port security, the port will not let this person to connect. This person will be unable to connect. But whenever the authorized people, like for example, these 3 guys, they want to connect, they will be able to connect. Okay, so this is the simple purpose of the port security. And why this, we are trying to protect our specifically access layer, okay? Because most of the time, the access layer switches are most exposed to the users, okay? To the unauthorized people. So we must apply the port security on our access layer switches because we have to protect them from this unauthorized person. You can apply this in your in your main office, in your branch offices, okay? Whenever you will have a switch which will be exposed to the unauthorized people, you have to protect your switch, okay? Is it clear, guys? Yes, good. So let's move on. So there are some steps in the port security configuration, okay? First of all, when you want to enable the port security, your first step will be to disable all the unused ports. To disable all the unused ports. For example, as you saw before, in our this example, let me specify, you can see here, how many ports are free here? This port is free and this port is free. And even this port was also free. So only 3 ports were useful in here. And also 3 ports were in use here. The 3 ports were not in use. So we have to disable this unused ports first. How to disable, you will learn, okay? But you have to take note that you have to disable all the unused ports. Step number 2, once the unused ports are disabled, then you have to enable port security in the enable ports or in the use ports, okay? You have to enable security on the use ports. Let's learn how to do this. So first thing was what? Disable all the unused ports. By which command? By shutdown command, okay? Second thing, you have to use what? The port security operation. So first, let's do the, let's disable the other unused ports. Okay, guys, but first I have to create a network. For example, this is my switch. And there are, for example, 3 computers that are authorized computers. Okay. But there's a computer which is not authorized. This one is not authorized. Okay, let me highlight those are authorized with the red circle. So this is a bad guy, okay? We want to protect this switch from this bad guy. Okay, guys, so first of all, I have to connect these computers with the ports fast Ethernet /2, fast Ethernet /3, fast Ethernet /4 here, okay? And you will see that fast Ethernet 0/5, 6, 7, 8, 9, up to 24, and even Giga 1, Giga 2. These ports are what? These ports are unused ports. And we have to disable them. Okay? Why? When the unauthorized person will find a free port, they will try to connect his computer where the port will be disabled, so the person will unable to connect their computer. Okay? So how to do this? Let's go back to the switch and run the shutdown command, okay? So you can see that I'm in my switch, okay? Let me open the magnifier. So CDS students, enable, what was the password? ABC. I'm trying to do, I'm trying to disable all the unused ports. So for that purpose, I shall go to the global configuration mode, and then I will list all the interfaces, okay? Interfaces, range, fast Ethernet. Okay, the range command is used when you want to select multiple interfaces. If you will not use the range command, then you have to individually shut down each port. Like you should first select the /05, /0, 0/6, 0/7, etc. And then you have to run command. That will be a difficult task, okay? So the range command will make your task more comfortable. So interface range fast Ethernet 0/5. From 0/5 space hyphen 24. This range, our ports will be used, unused, okay? And then shut down. ports are goes down. You can see here, change state to administratively down. It means we administrator intentionally put down these ports. Still two ports are active. Giga Ethernet, we have to shut down those ports too. So exit and then interface Giga Ethernet 0/1 shut down. Interface, exit from here, interface Giga Ethernet 0/2 shut down. Okay, done. Let's see the status of the port. So IP interface brief. So see, all the ports are what? Administratively down. You can see, dear students, even the Giga 1, Giga 2 are also administratively down. Just only the port fast Ethernet 0/1, 0/2, 0/3, and 4, they are up. Okay. And now we will apply the port security on these use ports. No problem? Good. How to run? Okay, I will explain this theory, okay, later. But let's first of all run the commands. Good. Okay, so there are three pictures, okay? This picture represents the default status. What will be the default status of your switch in the port security and how we can change that default setting? This picture represent, and this picture represent the also the configuration, how to change this default status of the port. By default, port security is disabled on each port, okay? And the maximum number of secure MAC address will be 1. Secure MAC address mean the number of allowed computers. The number of allowed computers, okay? If you remember the diagram, there were 3 computers, each computer per port. Okay, so if you want to allow more than 1 computer on each port, then you have to make this number more than 1. In my case, it will be 1 because I'm going to assign 1 port per computer. Okay. The violation mode will be explained later. The sticky MAC address will be explained later. Okay, but right now just remember that by default the port security is disabled, and how to enable the port security on a particular port? Why these commands? First of all, you should access the interface or the port. Then you should go to the access mode of the port. Okay, you can see the command switch port mode access. You have to type the switch port command, and then you should go to the access mode of that port. Okay, access mode is a normal mode. Okay, the access mode of the port which allow the computer to send and receive data. Okay, and do the normal data communication. Because we are trying to prevent this by the port security. And we are applying port security on this mode. That's why we have to select the access mode. Okay. Then switch port security. So see, this command is telling us what? That we applied port security. Where? On the access mode of what? Of the fast Ethernet 0/1. Is it clear? So it means that we applied the port security on the access mode of the fast Ethernet 0/18. But in our case, it will be 1, it will be 2, it will be 3, and it will be 4 because our use ports are these 4 ports. Okay, let's use these commands. It's very easy, guys. Don't worry. Okay. First of all, we have to see how to check the port security. If the port security is disable or enable. Okay. For this purpose, there are some commands like show port security interface fast Ethernet, and you have to type the interface ID. Okay. Let's try to run this command to see if port security is enabled or not. I mean, we have to check the default status. Okay. We are right now on privileged mode. Okay. So show port security interface fast Ethernet 0/1. So dear students, you can see here it's saying that the port security is what? Disabled. Where is that? Here is that. The port security is what? Disable. On which interface? Fast Ethernet 0/1. And let me run the same command for the interface 2. You will see port security is disabled. It means it's a default. Okay. Okay. Let's run the port security command to enable port security on Fast Ethernet 0/1, 2, 3, and 4. So for this purpose, I should go back to the global configuration mode and I will select the interface Fast Ethernet 0/1 and then enter switch port mode access. Okay, and switch port security. See, this command is done. Let me exit from here and I will type the next command, switch port interface Fast Ethernet 0/2. Okay, switch port mode access, switch port security. Okay, I'm doing it one by one because you for your convenience. Okay, to understand it betterly. See, I'm repeating the same commands. Okay, just I'm changing the interface number. Interface Fast Ethernet 0/3. Then switch port mode access, and then switch port security. It's done. The final one is remaining. Exit from here from the interface mode 0/3, and I'm going to access the interface Fast Ethernet 0/4, switch port mode access, and then switch port security. Okay, guys, so it's done. Let's go back to the privilege exe and see the configuration. Okay, now see here, port security is what? It's enabled on which interface? On Fast Ethernet 0/1. So it means that we successfully enabled the port security. Let me check the port security for interface 2. Port security is enabled here. Okay, and port security for interface 3. So it means the port security is successfully enabled for each port. Is it clear, guys? Yes, good. Let's move on. Come back to the slide. Now it's time to understand what is secure MAC address, okay? If you remember the previous topology, there were 3 computers. They are the allowed computers, okay? And there was one computer which was unauthorized computer. And we were trying to do what? We were trying to protect our port switch from this unauthorized person. So for this purpose, we applied word port security, okay? So now, how the switch know that this is authorized computer? The switch will know them from or by their MAC addresses. MAC address, because the switch don't know the person that, let's suppose Ahmad and Idris are authorized and Saif is or other student is not authorized, okay? They will just know the MAC address of the computers. So the MAC address, these MAC addresses are called what? Secured MAC address, because we will tell to the switch, allow these MAC addresses. These are secure or safe MAC address, okay? Secure MAC addresses. And the MAC of this computer will be insecure, okay? So the insecure will be not allowed. Okay, good. Dear students, port, these are port numbers. Okay, now we will define the number of port numbers against each port. I mean number of MAC addresses against each port, okay? Right now, let's suppose if there are 2 peoples and you want to let them to connect with this one single port. For example, one person is working in the morning shift, another person is working in the evening shift. Then you have to let 2 MAC addresses on this port. So then the number of secure MAC address will be how much? 2 per port, specifically on this port, okay? If there is, let's suppose on the second port, there's only one person who is using this port always, then the number of secure MAC address will be how much? 1. This is a very good practice, dear students. You have to keep the minimum. If you have limited number of people, or if you have only one person who will use the port, then you have to keep this secure MAC address number to 1. Okay? Don't keep to 2 or 3, because if you keep them to the 2, remember, and you have only one computer. So for the first time when this person connect their computer, the switch will accept their MAC as a secure MAC address. And if at the same time, this insecure person connect their computer, the switch will also consider their MAC address as a secure MAC address, because you tell to the switch that learn 2 first addresses and consider them as a secure MAC addresses. Okay, guys, so don't forget this. In case of 1, when this person will connect their computer, so the switch will learn. When this person will be trying to connect, the switch will say, no, I am allowed to learn 1 MAC address as a secure MAC address, and the second MAC address mean insecure. Sorry, I will not allow you, and I will not learn your MAC address. Okay. So come back to the presentation. Okay, guys, we understand what is the secure MAC address and what is the insecure MAC address. Okay, the secure MAC address will have 3 types. The types are defined based on the learning attitude of the switch. Okay, if you specified a MAC address manually, that MAC address will call static secure MAC address. Manually mean what? Like, for example, Zahid is a network administrator. Zahid is going to allow the computer of Zabiul Haq. So then Zahid will do what? First of all, Zahid will note the MAC address of Zabiul Haq, and then he will type the MAC address of Zabiul Haq in the command, of this secure MAC address. Then the switch will let them to access. Okay. See here, what happened? The Zahid manually defined the MAC address. That's why we call it static secure MAC address. Dynamic secure MAC address. Dynamic secure MAC address means that the switch will learn automatically the MAC address of the computer. How? Let's assume Zahid enable port security on the fast Ethernet 0/1 port, and then Zahid will tell to the Zabiul Haq, connect your computer immediately. Zabiul Haq will connect their computer, Zabiul Haq will send data, and then what will happen? The switch will learn the MAC address of Zabiul Haq computer from their sended data. And they see that's okay. They see what happened. The switch automatically learned the MAC address. That's why we call it dynamic secure MAC address. Sometime when a switch will learn a dynamic or statically a MAC address, we will try to make sure that the MAC address should be stored with the switch if a security violation occurs. Okay, the switch should not forget the MAC address of the authorized computer when the port goes down because of security violation. Okay, so for that purpose, you should use what? Sticky secure MAC address. The sticky secure MAC address will be remembered by the switch even after security violation. Okay, so let's do this to more configuration in the switch. Okay. As I told you about the maximum number of secure MAC address, so the number, so by default it's 1, you can change it to 2 or 3, but you know why, when you will keep it 2 or 3 or when you will keep it 1, okay? Then I told you about this sticky address, by default it's disabled, and we will try to enable them, okay? Let's focus on this diagram. You can see here that I select another next interface, FASITNet 0/19. Then I go to the access mode, I enable the port security, and I specify here what? Switch port security maximum 10. It means that we changed here in this command the number of secured MAC address from 1 to 10. But we will not do this, okay? It's just only the just the example in this command, okay? We will keep it 1. And then we will try to change this last setting to the active is by default disabled. For this purpose, we will run this command. Switch port security MAC address is what? Sticky. Is it clear? Good. Let's come back to the packet tracer and run these commands. So this is our packet tracer. We already enabled the port security on the FASITNet 0/1, FASITNet 0/3, and so on, okay? Now I am going to do what? I am going to define the maximum number of the maximum number of MAC addresses and also the sticky MAC address, okay? Okay guys, focus. So I should go to the global configuration mode and then I should select interface FASITNet 0/1, okay? And then switch port, see the command. The port security is already enabled. This command is already done, okay? So I will go to the switch port access mode, and after that I will type this command, okay? In this command. But I will change this value. Switch port mode access, okay? Then switch port security, port security, then maximum what? 1, okay? Switch port security MAC address will be what? Sticky, okay? So it's also done. Let's select the second interface. Interface FASITNet 0/2. And then switch port mode access. Switch port security maximum 1. Switch port security MAC will be what? Sticky. Okay. The same commands for the interface 3. Interface FASITNet 0/3. And the switch port mode access. Switch port security maximum 1. Switch port security MAC address sticky, okay? And exit. Third one. So see, I'm just repeating the commands, okay, for each interface. So I should exit from here, go back to the interface /4. Oh, command is wrong. Interface FASITNet 0/4. Okay, switch port access, switch port security maximum 1. Switch port security MAC is what? Sticky. Okay, so it means our port security configuration is done. And now let's verify this, and you will see how this person will be not allowed, okay? But before that, I have to assign IP address to these computers. 192.168.1.3. And here, 1.4. And here, 1.5. Okay, guys, so IP addresses are assigned successfully. Now they can talk. But before that, I want to show you the default MAC address entries. So see, I will run this command now, okay? Show port security addresses. To see the secure MAC address status in our switch. Show, exit from here, show port security addresses. Right now, you can see here VLAN 1, all these ports are belongs to VLAN 1, FAST Ethernet 0/1, 2, and 4. These are the MAC addresses, okay? They are the which type of secure MAC addresses? Sticky, okay? Let me generate a ping 192.168. I'm going to ping 1.3, okay? 1.3. So the traffic is generated. 1.4, replying. 1.5, it's replying, okay? So let's see the status. So one MAC address is learned new. See this MAC address, okay? Before it was not here in the list. So once I generate the traffic from this, because it's connected to the FAST Ethernet 0/1, the switch learned their MAC address automatically. And this is stored. Now, this unauthorized person will try to connect their computer. See what will happen. So he will see that there are port number 5 is free. Let me connect. Oh, when they connect the port to the port number 5, the person will be unable to connect. Why? The port 5 is disabled. He will try the port number 6. Port number 6 is disabled, so no connection. He will try the Giga Ethernet 0/1 because he wants to find a active port. No, all ports are disabled. So this person is a hacker. Now they will do what? They will try to disconnect one of these computers. Let me disconnect. So see, the computer PC3 is disconnected, okay? Now they will come and they will plug their computer to port number 4. Port number 4 was active, okay? So see, the person connected their line with the port number 4, and now the person will try to do data communication, okay? Let me assign the IP address to the hacker computer and see what will happen. Now the hacker will try to generate some traffic. When the hacker computer got the IP address, the traffic is generated. See, the port goes down. The hacker computer port is now down. Why down? Because on the port number 0/4, we enable port security. We enable what? Port security. And this person is unauthorized. When this person connect their computer to the port where we enable port security, what happened? Security violation. Security violation happened. The PC4, yes, the hacker computer violate the security, okay? So, and the switch react. The switch react. Why the switch react? Because the security violation occurred. When the switch react, the switch down the port. The switch bring down the port number 0/4. Okay, down means shut down. Is it clear to your students? So this was what? Port security. So whenever the unauthorized person will try to connect with your access layer switch, he will be unable. First, because our unused ports are disabled. Second, when he will try to connect their computer with the active port, so once that they will generate the traffic, their MAC is not secure, so the port will immediately shut down because a security violation will occur. Okay. But first, let me tell you what is security violation, and it will always put down the port or not. No, dear student, there are multiple security violation modes. Come back to the slides and focus. There are multiple security violations. 3 security violation modes, okay? Shut down, restrict, and protect. The default is what? Shut down. As you guys saw before in the diagram, that the default security violation mode is what? Shut down. You can see here. The port shut down. When the maximum number of secure MAC addresses exceeded, the secure MAC address maximum number was what? 1. And when the second one tried, the port goes down. Okay. Why? Because the default violation mode is what? Shut down. In the shutdown, the port will be down. Okay, now come back to the topology and see. Okay, so let's suppose this person is Harun. Okay, this person is Harun. Harun saw that, okay, the computer is disconnected from the network. So then he will go to the switch. He will see that, yeah, someone unplugged my computer and plug it to the disabled port. So he will go back and he will try to plug their computer to their on port, because port number 4 belongs to who? Harun. Plug it. But when Harun will plug the computer to their on port, the port is down. So he will still face the same problem. He will still face what? The same problem. And he will call to his network administrator that my computer is disconnected. I don't know why. So then the network administrator will check what? He will check the port. Why the port is down? Okay. So for that purpose, he will run some commands. Those commands are called what? Troubleshooting commands. Okay. Let me show you those commands. Okay. You have to run this command. Show port security interface fast Ethernet 0/1. This will tell you about that what occurred. Is security violation occurred or not? Focus, guys. It's very simple. Just open the switch or access the switch and run the command. You are in the global privilege access mode. Okay, first you have to know that you should ask from Harun, what is your port number? He will say my port number is /04. Okay, good. So show port security interface fast Ethernet 0/4. You can see the result of this report. The report is clearly saying violation counter 1. 1 means what? It means a violation has occurred. Someone tried to connect their computer. And who is that computer who tried to plug their computer? This is the MAC address, okay? The last source MAC address. The person who violated the security policy, okay? These 2 entries will tell you about that the security violation occurred and who did this violation, okay? So the network administrator will tell to Harun, next time be aware, don't allow anyone to use your port, okay? So how to solve this problem now? The network administrator shall access the switch port, the 0/4, okay? Interface, fast Ethernet 0/4, and once manually shut down this, okay? Shut down and then no shutdown. And you will see the port will be up for Harun. You see the port is now orange, it means the port is initializing, okay? So after a few minutes, the port will be up and Harun will be able to do communication. So let me ping right now 192.168.1.1. It's not replying why the port is initializing, okay? After when this orange will blink, will become green, then the 1.1 will reply. Now see, it will reply now. The fourth packet is replied back. Harun can now do what? Data communication. So dear students, this was all about what? Port security. And I'm sure you guys understand the port security, okay? The violation mode shutdown is good because the port will be immediately shut down. But let's suppose if you are working in a larger organization and this thing is occurring again and again. So if you want to put away the burden of shut down and unshut down the port, then you should go for the other modes, like for example, for the protect mode or for the restrict mode, because in some modes, they will be not go shut down. Like you can see here, in the protect mode, the port will be not shut down. But the person cannot forward data, okay? Data forwarding, no. The person will unable to forward the data. Log messages, no. The violation error display will be not, error message will be displayed. Violation counter will even not increase, okay? But if you want to be aware from the violation counter, but you don't want to put the port again up, then the restrict mode is good, okay? They will also tell you that violation is occurred, but they will not put this port down. So when it will not put this port down, it means that you will not require to again run the no shutdown command to up the port, okay? What does it mean? It means that in the previous example, if we will use the restrict mode, then what will happen? When the Harun will put back their computer, the network will allow them, okay? So where's the topology? Here's the topology. When the Harun will put back, plug back the computer to their port number 04, it will allow them, okay? It will allow them. Is it clear, guys?